traditionally, when we worked with customers, it was all about integrating with an API, right? And that meant coding. That meant that people had to go out, they had to have developers, either they had to go and find, an integrated integration partner, or they had to have developers on staff, and they had to write some code, and you had to be proficient in that. Today, writing code is much less of a thing to do, right? So we have AI that is out there that helps build this code for you. But even before AI, low code and no code systems started to make things much easier. So what low code and no code systems do is it basically allows you to just leverage the data and push the data from one system to the next by simply dragging and dropping. So you say, okay, maybe I want my first name, last name, the employee's information, and I want that to be in these fields inside the document. So inside the connector or the integration, we actually have a way to simply drag that data and say, okay, make this data connect to this side. So no coding happens there. Instead, we're simply building out this workflow in kind of a drag and drop editor. This makes it much quicker, much easier to implement, and also allows us to implement things by default. So we can analyze and put security in by default. Back in the day when we were using API, it was always a big thing that you had to build the security around your code. So you had to get it analyzed. You had to make certain that, there weren't data leaks and other problems with it. With a low code, no code system, you're actually having that security as the base layer, and that's protecting all of the data that's being exchanged between the two platforms in this integration. This also allows us to do more things more quickly. So when I wanted to previously needed to keep something encrypted or to audit something or pull data out, processes like that were not quick. I had to go through and write new processes to handle that, new code to handle that. In today's world, it's just a matter of saying, okay, this data here, I want this to be redacted or not copied over or secured in a simple way. Simply right-clicking on it, choosing the way that you want to set this up. So this also allows us to connect to more platforms. So it's not just about what APIs are currently available. So in other words, every application, every internet application today has some type of API out there. And to learn all of those APIs and interact with all those APIs, that's a massive undertaking. With a low code, no code system, connecting to these environments is much easier because now they're more common, more standardized, allows us to visualize where the data is going and how the data connects, and also allows us to kind of put that data into the different applications much quicker. So I think Vidushi just mentioned that, you can take data from Workday, put it into OneSpan sign, get the document signed, and then ultimately put it into your storage backend like SharePoint or OneDrive or Box or something like that. Those different platforms previously, that was, probably a month's worth of coding to set up. Today, with the new integrations, these are much quicker. These are, less than a week type situation where you're simply implementing and not coding and building. So no more, coding development partners. Let's just bring in the simple way of doing things and make this a much easier process overall for everybody.